If you want a legal analysis, you must invite experts to your studio and ask them about legal issues.
It does appear then that for the MK party, public perceptions don't really matter. And so I take it that there is no need for an explanation for the party president of the MK party going to India to visit a family, the Gupta family, who are seen as fugitives from justice in this country. That doesn't matter to you at all, does it?
No, but we've responded to that question. We said the trip to India was a personal visit by the president. The fact that he's the former head of state does not preclude him from visiting to any area in the world. So he went there to visit, and it was a private, visit. Everyone has a freedom to privacy, Oli. Next time, you will ask us what people do when they are in a restroom, and we must be accountable for that. A trip to India is a trip of President Zuma as Jacob Gedleyihlekisa Zuma. He went there for to attend or to visit some leaders of a religious society in India. So we've got nothing to do with that as the party.
The Umkhonto weSizwe Party has defended former President Jacob Zuma's recent visit to India, insisting the trip was a private engagement and had no connection to the party. Despite growing scrutiny over his meeting with Gupta family member Ajay Gupta, Zuma traveled to the northern Indian state of Uttarakhand in late June, where he visited the Sri Dakshin Kali Mandir in Haridwar. Photographs from the visit showed him alongside Ajay Gupta, one of the Gupta brothers accused of playing a central role in South Africa's state capture scandal. Indian media also reported that Zuma was accompanied by South Africa's High Commissioner to India, Professor Anil Suklal, while Ajay Gupta was identified as a disciple of the religious ashram. The meeting has reignited questions about Zuma's long-standing relationship with the Gupta family, particularly as Ajay Gupta remains wanted by South African authorities in connection with corruption-related investigations. During his visit, Zuma also made political remarks, expressing confidence that he will one day return to power. Speaking to reporters, the former president said he believed he would win future elections because the people of God had remained loyal to him. He also reflected on his presidency, saying he was pleased to be visiting India at the time, while recalling his years as South Africa's head of state before his removal from office. Responding to criticism during an interview with Newsroom Africa, the Umkhonto weSizwe Party Secretary General Sibonelo Nomvalo dismissed suggestions that the party should account for Zuma's travel or personal meetings, and said the trip to India was a personal visit by a president. The fact that he's the former head of state does not preclude him from visiting any area in the world. It was a private visit. He argued that Zuma's status as former president did not strip him of his right to travel freely or associate with individuals of his choosing. Nomvalo further maintained that the party had no responsibility to explain Zuma's private activities, saying every individual was entitled to privacy, and said everyone has a freedom to privacy. Next time you will ask us what people do when they are in a restroom, and we must be accountable for that. According to Nomvalo, Zuma traveled to India to visit religious leaders, and the trip should not be interpreted as an MK party mission, and said a trip to India is a trip of President Zuma. He went there to attend or to visit some leaders of a religious society in India. We've got nothing to do with that as the party. The Gupta family, particularly brothers Ajay and Atul Gupta, became synonymous with allegations of state capture during Zuma's presidency. The family has consistently denied any wrongdoing. However, the visit has drawn sharp criticism from the International Relations and Cooperation Minister, Ronald Lamola, who warned that Zuma's activities abroad could undermine South Africa's official foreign policy. Lamola said the Department of International Relations and Cooperation was investigating the circumstances surrounding the trip, including how it was arranged, its purpose, and whether it complied with the Foreign Services Act, and said it does impact us negatively that the former head of state will be running a parallel foreign policy to the South African government. He acknowledged that the former presidents are entitled to certain benefits and diplomatic assistance under the Presidential Act, but stressed that these privileges do not extend to representing South Africa or conducting foreign relations independently, and said we must state that while the Presidential Act does allow privileges to flow to former presidents, it does not allow them to run a parallel foreign policy, which seems to be the case now with the former president, Zuma. The controversy has added another layer to the ongoing political debate surrounding Zuma's role on the international stage, with questions mounting over the implications of his engagement with the Gupta family. Meanwhile, the Umkhonto weSizwe Party recently welcomed the corruption-accused former eThekwini Mayor Zandile Gumede. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party Secretary General Sibonelo Nomvalo made the announcement at the press briefing and said, "Today we wish to announce to South Africans, to the people of KwaZulu-Natal, to the membership of the MK Party, that we are officially announcing Umama Zandile Gumede as the deputy convener of the KZN. We welcome you, Umama. We are giving you a very warm reception because you have unquestionable credentials in the politics of KZN and in the politics of South Africa." Nomvalo said the party was growing while others lost members, and said in the MK Party, we are always welcoming new members. Every day, we are welcoming new members because this is the only alternative voice of the left. This is the only remaining voice of the voiceless here in South Africa. He said Gumede will strengthen the party, and said we know that you are coming with a very positive paradigm shift. You are coming with a very positive contribution in the Umkhonto weSizwe Party. Let's join our hands together in building the strong ship of the left. Gumede was once one of the most powerful ANC leaders in KZN. She was removed as eThekwini Mayor in 2019 after her arrest in connection with the 320 million rand Durban solid waste tender. She and 21 co-accused remained on trial in the Durban High Court on charges including fraud, corruption, money laundering, and racketeering linked to the contract. Gumede pleaded not guilty and was out on 50,000 rand bail.
We welcome you, Ma. We are giving you a very warm reception because you have unquestionable credentials in the politics of KwaZulu-Natal and in the politics of South Africa. We know that you are coming with a very positive paradigm shift. You are coming with a very positive contribution in the MK Party.
What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.